sister and brother, we have to understand who enemy the world. Enemies are already the two people. People, they know talk to solve problem. They know talk what they say, they see. This is the enemy of the world. Why? He's not going, he'll see something mistake, and he's no talk. And this mistake, he'll continue. He's not going stop this mistake. Another one is a coward. When I talk, they put me in prison. When I talk, I want to be safe. And he never solve this problem. This is the enemy, is the enemy of the world. We have to understand each other. Talking, sometimes they solve problem. Don't scare about talking to thinking they bring you problem. Now, if they bring you problem, already they're going to continue. You are talking, they're going to continue. Some people to listen how you been talking. Brother and sister, I born in Uganda, in Western. I'm from Western. When I was 5 years, 6 years, they were the independent. They start politician. I start to see violence, racism, violence. They come from original Catholic and Protestant. They start to hitting each other. This is the violence. They were not come from. They were not come from religion. They come from politician. Milton Obote, he was a Protestant. Kiwanuka, he was a Catholic. Now when they start a politician, they put in religion and they put in culture. And they start fighting each other. They start to bring violence in religion. Catholic to hit each other, Catholic to hit Protestant each other. Originally they start to hit each other. And they start, Kabaka, he was a Catholic. And they bring Nakabaka inside, they start war fighting each other. There was no solve any problem. This time, I was see some there was a Gurandisi, there was a hit this. They talking why we originally fighting each other about politician. Another there was a quiet. Nobody was a win, and already they remember these people. They were talking to be together, and they respect these people. They were try to talking to think they can solve this problem. Now this problem we have here. When you see this problem, you don't want to talk. You say I don't want to talk. When I talk, I get problem. When I talk something, I get problem. No, talk. Now if you get problem, you will die. Now in the future, all the people they start to support what you talking, and they start to solve this problem. Now they start to remember you. Don't be quiet. Don't scare to talking to solve a problem, to want to solve a problem, and you be quiet, and already you bring a problem to you. There will be big problem, they will bring a problem to you. To me, this is a message to all the society. My experience where I born in a war, I born in a war, and until I'm going to die, my country is a war. They never stop about violence. Now when I escape my country, I escape to go country to be I can forget this problem back where I born. Now I'm not. When I'm going to see, I'm not going to solve this problem. When I go there, I go another country, I'm going to solve this problem to escape war. No, already now they're there. Now when I will be quiet, you don't solve this problem to talk. Some people to understand. My experience, police, they have to have power. Police, they have to have power to everybody, not power to community, not power to everybody. They have to have power, police, to think they can solve this violence. First, they have to have power to member parliament. When member parliament, they use bad language, violence language, police to charge them a case. This is they bring us to solve, to reduce violence, not to have power only to society, to community, and in parliament they don't have power. Police, they have to have power. Power to sit in parliament. When politician use bad language, to think they can blame him, to put him in court. Why violence? They come from language, they come from talking. Violence, they come from talking. They start with the talking, and the violence is the language. When language is good, no violence. When language is bad, violence they come. Now police, they have to have power to think they can solve this violence. Violence, they cause police problem. And this violence, they cause the community problem. With this violence, they cause everybody problem. Now, members of the parliament, they have to give him police power in parliament. To think police to protect everybody. To protect police is to protect everybody, to protect members of the parliament, to protect the community, to protect original, to protect everything they have in the country. Now to me, police have to have power. First, you have to have power. Everybody to be under in the police. If he's a minister, he have to be under the police. If he's a prime minister, he have to be under in the police. If he's a community, he have to be under the police. Or regional, they have to be under police to protect them, not under to abuse them. My experience, I come here 2001. Was the start, I'm here. Al-Qaeda, he started fighting America, I'm here. And it was the start. I see a lot of prime ministers. I count prime ministers here. I see John Howard, one. Another, I'm not going to count name. One, they come another, two, they come another, three, They come another 5. They come another 6. They come another 7. Now they come another 8. 8 control. John Howard, he was a tough man, and he was a smart man. He fighting a war where community where they don't have this violence inside Australia. He was use good language, and he was say, I'm going to fighting Al-Qaeda, I'm not going to fighting Muslim. I'm going to Iraq to fighting Iraq, I'm not going to fighting Muslim, I'm going to fighting Saddam. He was a gentleman. And her government, he was not this violence in the street. I want everybody to remember this one. Why there was not violence in the street? Why there was not violence? Yes, there was little violence. And he was started. He said, no, I'm not fighting a Muslim. I fighting Saddam. I fighting Al-Qaeda. Now, I want everybody to remember all of the past. Why this violence they continue, they not reduce. Community Australia, we were not allowed to be involved war outside. War outside in the country. Who are going to stop this war outside in the country? This is the responsibility of government. To see violence outside, the violence outside, to live outside. Not to bring violence outside, to bring inside Australia, to community. This is my experience. I trust John Howard. He was a strong man. He was a tough man. He was not bring. He was try to think he was not bring war inside Australia. Everybody he listened Prime Minister John Howard. I want to now listen put all of video. They're talking in the Parliament. You're going to see Prime Minister John Howard was different. He was trying to make safe her community. He was trying to make safe her community. Now, where are we going? What are we doing? What are we doing? This war. This is the language. They're not going to solve. They're not going to solve violence. This is the force. They're not going to solve violence. We have to know who going to solve violence. First, who going to solve violence is a member of the Parliament. To know. They have to make safe her community, to make them safe, not to abuse each other, not to hit each other. This violence, we can stop this violence. I give you example, my country. Already I give you an example. This language, they're not going to solve violence. This hit each other, they're not going to solve violence. We have to think how we can solve this violence. original, they don't have any power to solve this violence. Parents, they don't have any power to solve this violence. Leaders, them, they have to solve this violence, not to bring violence. To know when they control every original they have in the country in equal, and they to know they control cultures all they have in equal, and to know they control all community in equal. They dissolve violence, they reduce this violence. You are not going to solve this violence. We eat each other. We hit each other. We continue to bring to hit each other. No, any original they are teaching to go to kill someone. No, any original they saying going to abuse someone. I've been in a church, in oral church. When I grew up with my grand. He was a Catholic. I go in church. I never see any original they teach go eat each other, not go fighting each other. And my father, he was a pastor. He was a teacher in a church. He was a Protestant. He was not teach to killing each other, to fighting each other. No any religion they teach. Myself, I start to be in a Moscow. All Moscow I been, I never hear any imam he teach God fighting each other. All church they teach the same. To me, when I was going to understand all church I been, I going to understand God. God, and if you don't have a church, you are a good person. You will not cause people problem. You will be with God. Jesus what he said. Love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. Help your neighbor. Like you love your neighbor like you love yourself. Now, when politicians they start to come to fighting each other, I start to say to send they start to bring violence. I start to send Catholic they bad. They bring to us violence. No any Catholic, no any religion they teach going to killing people. This is the example I told you. I want to ask Prime Minister this question. This is the question from her. These children, he do mistake. He cause a mistake. He do terrorism. He have 5 years to come in Australia. He was 5 years. And he apply to want to go overseas. They stop visa from him not to go overseas. And they no charge him case. This is why I told you the police they have to have power. Not to have power to do like this. To stop someone to go overseas and they not charge him a case. There was no law to stop him to go overseas. Everybody have to have rights. to go overseas. When we have the scale him, we have a problem. They have to charge him case this time. To charge him this time case. Police, they have to have power to they deal with a lot of stuff, they deal with lot of something. Police understand, they have experiences, they have to see like this order, to think this order they can bring violence. My experience, I grow up in torture. I grow up in country, the torture, the abuse, everything. Now when they bring this to stop him to go overseas, this man he starts to be wanted. And you have to know, everywhere you go, now if you go in the police, you'll get police good, and you'll get police bad. When you go in the community, you'll get good community, and you get in a bad community. You go in the family. In the family, one of the 5 people, you'll find some good and you'll find some bad. Now this man, since they stop him, this boy he starts to get torture from street, to abuse him from street. They cause him a problem is I don't have education. He come from 5 years. Is I don't have communication. Is I don't have good teaching with the mother. This is I'm talking children. Children, parents to have rights to our children to teach them. To think they can understand like this problem when they face this problem. Now these children I don't have education. I have children here. They come here 5 years. They don't have communication with me. Some they come they big. Sometimes I don't have communication with them. Now sometimes they call me, they say, how are you, fine? They say, oh, where are you? Why I'm here? Now all the children, they come under 10 years, they don't care me. Now, this is the question. Tomorrow when they cause the problem, government he'll come, he'll start to ask me this question. Is your children, why he did this? And already I don't have communication with her. It's the same church. Church people, they go there to play. They're not going to play politician. In the church, I've been a lot of church. We go there to play. We are not going there about politician. And I never see any church. I've been in a lot of church. I'm not talking about church, Muslim only. I've been in a lot of church. I never see any church he talking about politician there. And in my country, they were fighting Catholic in the church in the politician, not inside the church. Not inside in the church. I have all of my grandies, all religions. Some they were the Protestant, some they were the Catholic, and they were sitting together, they eat together, New Year, they join together, and they don't care, they don't listen to politicians what they're talking. We have to solve, police, they have to have power to solve this violence, not to have power to community. They community only. They have to have power in the parliament. When in the parliament they go there and they apologize. They're talking. they're going to control people in equal. After they do this and they forget this. I'm a children. I have children. When I go in my children, I use bad language. I use bad language. Them I can bring them violence. They start fighting each other. Family is no different with the members of parliament. They're the same. When you have 6 children, 9 children, you sitting with them in a house, you have to know this is all your children. Now if some children is don't have arm, you have to know with your children. Now if your children, one you have a master, another is don't have a master, you have to know with your children. Now if there is someone is a mentor, you have to know with your children. You can bring this mentor and this have a master to bring them violence, to use them violence, fighting each other. This violence, they cause, we have all problems, they cause us problem. Terrorism, they kill everybody. They kill Muslim, they kill everybody. And I want to ask you a question. In America, every day, not today, I hear to news, some they shooting lot of people. Why they're not putting this is he shooting is the church? Why they're not talking about church? We have this violence in a Muslim to know every religion. They have people good, they have people bad. Not to mix all people in violence. When my children cause a mistake, don't bring violence to me. When my children he cause use mistake, I come I see mistake he did, I'm not going to support my children. When he cause you mistake, I'm not supporting my children. I can't support my children until he cause a mistake. Now this terrorism control them like these people. Another they go, another they shooting another people. Not putting with the Muslim, not a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. I never see any church I go with they teach to going to fighting each other. I been in Catholic. In Catholic I never see any religion of their teaching going fighting each other. I been in religion of my father. I never Protestantism. I never seen they teach another one to going to fighting each other. People they go there to play only. And the people he got cause a mistake, to do mistake, he's not going to tell your father, I'm going to do mistake. He's not telling me I'm going to do robbery. He's not going to tell the church I'm going to do robbery. Already the church they teach them not to do something mistake. Police, this is the message. Police, they have to have power to think they can solve this problem. This problem, they cause police problem and they cause a community problem. They have to have power. To think when they think someone, he want to go overseas, to give him a right to go overseas. If he goes there, he do their legal, there he doing illegal to charge him their case. If he come here, they need him. He did illegal there from where he been to send him back to finish the job case where he did. Where he did this illegal. where he did this libel. This every day I talk. I want to respect SBS and ABC. They have sometimes deadline, people, they go there, they talk. When you see there, you see children, they grow up here, we take them overseas to go to learn experience family. This is a big shame. To think we were a parents, we don't have power to teach experience family. And we start to go overseas to teach her children experience overseas family. I saw this woman, they're doing this. They're doing this deadline, people talking there, to ask them a question, to go, the people, they go overseas, they put TV. This is have, I know how they teach. They teach lot of lesson. Now we don't listen this lesson. I have my children. It's a prison. I don't know why is a prison. When I ask government, he said, no, you don't have to understand why is a prison. Now, you put children in a prison, you don't want parents to know why the prison, and when they cause the problem in the street, and you start to hit parents, you start to hit churches. Now my children is a prison. I don't have responsibility to know. They stop my responsibility to know. This is the question, Prime Minister. I have my children. Is there in prison like 3 years, for nearly 2 years? I don't know if it's the 5 years. I don't know why is the prison. You are not support. You are not giving. You are not giving me father to know why is the prison. Now when tomorrow he gets there distress in the prison, he come outside, he cause a mistake community, and you start to come to me, you start to ask me this question. Your children, he did this. Your children, he did this. And me, I have to ask you, I'm allowed to ask you, why my children, you keep it him, no, you keep it him, he do this mistake. Yeah, I have right me to ask you, not you to have right to ask me. This is it. I give them community to open your eyes. I have my children 5 years, not 6 years. I don't know how many years is there. I try to contact the government to tell me why my children is in prison. They say no. They said they're going to make an appointment to see him. They never make me for my appointment to going to see him. Now, I don't have a power to my children in the prison. Now, outside, you think I have a power? I don't have a power to control my children, to teach them, don't do this. These children, I've been in the torture and understand every country torture. These children that don't have education, he come with the 5 years, and he start to take this here in teacher, father no talk, parents no talk. They don't have education. You see, all children they don't have education with the father. They get mistake and they cause more mistake. They don't have patience. They don't have they no listen anybody. They no listen father. They can't listen people in the street. The people, children, when they not have communication with the father parents, he can have communication with the church. He can have communication with community. He can have with them communication. We are government. They have to give them parents power to see children. Children to get little violence with the family and to close each other to be friendly, and to scare a family to be friendly, and to teach them education. Now, when you see children, he starts to be bad behavior, to go to police, to report to police, my children have bad behavior, to come to solve this bad behavior, not to blame fathers or police, to be together with the parents, to think we can teach children, good way. Now we can understand children how they're doing. When we continue this language, eat each other, to bring it to eat each other, they're not going to solve violence. They're not going to solve violence. Everybody he know Uganda, history is a war. History Uganda is a war. Is never sleeping about war. Is never sleeping. We get people, we see this war, children we born in this war, lot of the land that they teach Gurand not for, they teach her children not to follow this war, how they're talking. And I believe this is when I grow up, there was racism. Now this time no racism. You can go Uganda, you walk away, all country know anybody, everybody, how are you each other. They don't care where you coming from. They don't care what is your color. They don't care about where you coming from. And they not ask you question. You can talk with the people all day. They never ask you where you coming from. And I believe no any country have refugees like Uganda. We have all courage. They have land. They born there. We have Chinese. We have everywhere I grow up, I find they there. They are brothers, these are sisters. We have everybody, you are the people. We can do mistake. We can talk something mistake. Need to understand mistake you talk, they can cause the people problem. To understand mistake, you can use when you are parents, you can use the language to children, they cause children problem. They're not different with the parliament. Leaders, when they have power to make us together, and they have power to make us separate. This is the police, you have to have power. Don't give them power to abuse someone to stop him visa. Is that you are not charge him case. You are not allowed to charge. You are not allowed to stop someone to go overseas. You are not charge him case. This is the power. Police have to see like this power. Police have to see, no, this we scare this man. If I don't have any, he did it to my country, to leave him to go overseas. When he going, he do their mistake. If he come back here and already he did a mistake there, they ask him, we need this man, he did here a mistake, to give them back to going to finish our mistake. people